give it to her, guarantee I fuck her life up. Say she with big lips, she begging me to wife her. Baby girl, I put it down. I'ma go extra. Fly nigga, you don't want your girl to get next to.
I'll put a finger in the butt right now. I bet you she be begging me to plug right now.
Yeah, I'm nasty.
Yeah, I'm ready for whatever weather day or night. I'll lay the pipe and when I lay it, I'ma lay it right.
She be wanting to put her clothes in the closet.
I don't need love, girl.
I need a deposit. She wanna lick me like I'm ice cream.
You know, strawberry blonde, make her wanna. She ain't a sinner, she might sing. As soon as we get the club, I'ma call her. On the feature presentation, listen, make sure you wake up with Tayla Andre Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 a.m. on Big City 101.3 FM. Wake up with the Radio Rebel. Politics, news, conspiracies. Wake up your third eye with unorthodox conversations leading to universal consciousness. This is the type of stuff I'm into, all right? Make sure you tune in. Let's go.
Let's go right now. I'm ready to go right now. I'm feeling extra musically. My daughter said, Mommy, you should download that app. I'm good. I already got problems with me not being able to sing. Y'all don't want these issues. Y'all don't want these problems. Good rising, kings and queens. How you feeling, my love? How you feeling? I woke up super bright and early today. And it's not even bright nor early as far as the sun is concerned. It's still nighttime. I am absolutely amazing. It feels good. I feel wonderful. I feel amazing. I feel beautiful. What are those things called? Affirmations. Are we saying them? Are we using them? Is that something that we're putting into our world, into our existence? Are you speaking to yourself in the rising? Are you speaking love? Are you speaking prosperity? Are you speaking kindness? Are these the things that you're speaking into your life? Because if not, if you are not speaking life, you are speaking death. Not only into your life, but into the lives of those that you love. So be mindful of the words that come out of your mouth. Be mindful of the things that you say. Be mindful of the things that you think. Be mindful of the things that you feel, because all that is nothing more but energy, baby. It's just energy. And whether you put it out there or you think you're putting it out there, it's going to go out there. So you might as well think happy thoughts. I am such an optimist. People are like, Tayla, you know this is reality, right? You know you can't just live in Narnia your whole life. Yes, I can. I certainly can. Because I refuse to live my life doubting and in fear and in turmoil and in confusion. That's not what life is supposed to be about. Being angry every day, being frustrated every day. Not knowing which way is left or which way is right, what you're supposed to do. I live in reality, Tayla. Damn optimist. Always happy. I'm sorry. Wake up on the right side of the bed. Go back to sleep. Wake up again. I want to say peace and blessings to all of the listeners. I can't tell you how many people every day I bump into somebody new. Yesterday, somebody heard my voice because I was on the phone. They said, excuse me, I know you're on the phone, but are you Tayla Andre? I'm like, yes. Oh my God, I love you. I'm like, I love you too. I do. Baby, you don't know me. I don't know you, but if you see me, come talk to me because I love you just that much. Hold on, 5 seconds. Anara, you do know I'm on air, right? Okay, I love you so much. So send me a text message and if I'm available, or you just call the station. How about that? You got a question? Call the station.
No.
What do you mean no?
I don't have a question.
Okay. Well, then send me a text message. Bye. He must have woke up late. As far as Chris Brown, this is probably the #1 story across every social media page. So Chris Brown, I posted the video of him going on a tangent, going on a rant. It was a part 1 and a part 2. It was on my Instagram. I went ahead and forwarded it to Facebook as well as Twitter. And he was just talking about, police and y'all ain't got nothing on me and y'all need to leave me alone. Somebody make a little allegation and you want to come for me. And of course, everybody on Twitter is like, listen, Chris, you're a woman beater, son. You did it once. You're going to do it again. So we believe her. Blonde hair, blue eyes, we believe her. She's the victim, Chris. Coming to find out, the girl been caught stealing. She was in Chris Brown's house. First of all, Chris Brown, why was she in your house in the first place? No one want to ask that question. I want to ask that question. Chris, why was she in the house? Why you let her in the house, Chris? Because I could have sworn in the little rant, in the little tangent, when you were like, I don't even mess with these O's. I don't even mess with these females. These, what do you call them? Why is she in the house, Chris? We'll leave it. We'll leave it alone. New details have surfaced about Bailey Curran, the woman who claims Chris Brown pulled a gun out on her at his home. According to a new report, she is wanted in New York City for questioning in connection with a theft. She's been accused of stealing a designer bag. In 2013, she was at the Plaza Hotel in New York City with friends when she stole a Louis Vuitton purse from a woman, which contained cash, credit cards, and a designer wallet. Security chased her, but they did not catch her. However, she dropped the purse, but somehow kept the contents. Reportedly, she has a warrant out for her so-called I card. This means if the NYPD finds her, they can take her into the station for questioning. Listen, if that was anybody else, if that was Tayla Andre in Mick Jagger's house, and I had a I card warrant to come and question me, listen, they would have shipped me on a plane. Tayla, we putting you on this plane right now to New York City. NYPD would have picked me up, and my questioning would have began right there. But because my name not Bailey, this is real life. But Chris, they really came at Chris though, and I hate. He was online sounding all types of crazy. He sounded like a real conspiracy theorist for a minute until the reports came out. Because don't play like y'all weren't like, he might be guilty. I want to give a huge shout out to my baby. I love you, baby. I love you. Cicely Tyson. She is receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation. Actress Cicely Tyson, you guys know her from almost every movie. She played an auntie, a grandma, a mama. She played something and always had a role where she had to tell you about yourself and uplift you a little bit, right? So this year, during the Congressional Black Caucus annual legislative conference, the CBC Foundation announced that the 91-year-old actress that looked like she's 67, that baby looks so dope. She looks so good for her age because black don't crack, baby. That's why they want that melanin back. You can't have it. Should have came out the mountains, though. Along with Richard Roundtree and Dionne Warwick, will receive a Lifetime Achievement Award at the 20th Annual Celebration of Leadership in the Fine Arts. With a lifetime of entertainment and educating us, this year's honorees have also distinguished themselves as remarkable leaders and passionate advocates for the arts and arts education. The CBCF President and CEO Shanice Washington said in a press release, their outstanding contributions and continuing commitment to the arts make them ideal to help elevate the visibility of the CBC Spouses Visual Performance Arts Scholarship Program, and the awards are conferred on artistry whose legacies include not only extraordinary work but a commitment to cultivating future generation of artists. I'm wondering if Harry Belafonte has ever won this award, because I know that elder deserves one too. So I'll go ahead and do my due diligence. It just popped in my head whether or not he received one. Lowell, this is not in Massachusetts, so let me clarify. Lowell, North Carolina police officer accused, because had this been Tayla Andre, had this been you would not be accused of impregnating a 14-year-old girl. According to reports, a Lowell, North Carolina police officer is being investigated by the State Bureau of Investigation after being accused of impregnating a 14-year-old girl. Reports said that Ken Lemon broke the story on Wednesday on Twitter and talked to the girl's mother. My heart was broken, the mother said. The girl's mother said that the officer volunteered to mentor her children. She said that she was reluctant at first. Let me tell you, pause real quick. This is something that I'm learning. This is something that's really difficult for all of us to do on a regular basis. When your first mind tell you yes, go for it. When your first mind tell you no, go for it. Your soul knows everything. You are not you. God is inside of you. You are inside of God. We are one together, right? So everything that you think, everything that you feel, when you feel that reluctancy, when you feel that excitement, and then you're like, nah, sounds too good to be true. That excitement, that reluctancy, that first mind that you are always ignoring. Always. I knew I shouldn't have gone in that damn relationship. I knew I should have took the other way home. I knew I should have wore those flat shoes. I knew I should have picked up my ring before it fell down the sink. You knew many a times. I knew I shouldn't have forgot X, Y, Z. Something told me to put it in my bag. You should have listened to your first mind. And that's for everything all the time. Everything all the time. You don't get those little feelings for no reason. Let's go back. She said, the officer volunteered to mentor her children. She said that she was reluctant at first, but then agreed to it because he was a police officer. I'll wait. The two had been texting on the phone, said the mother, and she said then she discovered text messages indicating that he took advantage of her daughter. It's not showing the mother's face or identifying her on the video, but he tore my life apart, said the mother. She said that the veteran officer came to her home asking to connect with her 14-year-old daughter who had run away before and her sibling to show them, hey, policemen are good, said the mother. He would visit often. He even took them on a trip. Yo, ask me what police officer taking Anari or Saria anywhere. Except for my daughter, my sister's daughter's baby father. That's a different story. One of the messages at hand says, if you keep that baby, I'm done with you and you know it. Another one says, do whatever you want. Just remember, I love you and name it after me. Pause. I'm sorry. Because I forgot that the report said allegedly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do the text messages. Had that been Barack Obama, had that been Duval Patrick, had that been any man, it would not be allegedly. Can we go back to yesterday? Jasiri X talking about media and the way that media portrays black men. The statistic, what was it, 4%, 7% of the time we're in the news? And then the entire 7% is some nonsense. I'm getting messages over here. People want me on. Tayla, you ain't been live on Facebook. Where you at, Tayla? You know what? Give me 5 seconds, all right? So I can go ahead and get this Facebook Live going. Hey, yay, yay, yay. You know they trying to recreate that Kanye West and Tiana Taylor. So if you know a girl that's dope in the body, is down to dance for this song. Hey, yay, yay. She wanna where Fat Boy stay. I feel it. I'm gonna need a Gatorade. I feel it.
Sent down 100 in the bottle as a you better not snitch, no.
I feel it.
Live fast, enjoy every moment, cause just last year I was broke. Orange Gatorade, made my sobriety while I'm giving out backstrokes. Round 1, round 2, round 3, no bull. You only get 2 piece, no bull. That's really all you want from me. Your girls at the door, three's company. Thick thighs, fat butt, slim waist. Little bitty top, but I'm on the boat face. Heard the kitty cat roar when I went deep. She would have let us swimming pool when I'm 10 feet. Deep inside, deep, deep, deep inside. 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 Deep, 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 deep inside. Deep, deep, deep inside. I give it to her, guarantee I mess her life up. She said she want me to taste her with my big lips, but if I do it, she be begging me to wife up. Baby girl, I put it down. I'ma go extra. Fly boy, you don't want your girl to get next to. I'll put a finger in the butt right now. I bet you she be begging me to plug right now. Yeah, I'm nasty. Yeah, I'm ready for whatever, whether day or night. I lay the pipe and when I lay it, I'ma lay it right. She'll be wanting to put my clothes in the closet. I don't need love, girl, I need a deposit. She wanna lick me like I'm ice cream. You know, strawberry, bomb, me, but walnut. She ain't the same as she might see. As soon as we leave the club, I'ma call her.
I feel it. deep inside, deep, deep down inside.
I feel it. Hey, hey. I feel it. I have to put my chains on this one, you know what I'm saying? I feel it. Gotta get flashing, gotta get flashing. Rich, where you at? I feel it.
Your love is faded.
I feel it. She wanna be the blood brother, come back for a fat boy stand.
Hey, hey, for the rich, the bliss and pain.
Get nasty.
And I don't know none of their names.
Wanna drink liquor, smoke good weed, but
I'm gonna need a Gatorade.
Upstairs, downstairs, tripping about the music and the loud weed smoke. Sent down 100 in the bottle as a you better not snitch, no. Live fast, enjoy every moment, cause just last year I was broke.
Any Gatorade, ain't my sobriety. Hold on, really quickly though, let me tell you. Gatorade is not what you need to be drinking, Cos, okay? Gatorade has sodium in it. Why do you need to drink anything that's not tomato juice that has sodium in it? I feel it. Bro, when I went deep,
She wetter than a swimming pool when I'm 10 feet.
deep inside, deep, deep down inside, I feel it. She want it. I need it. Cos, just call. Really? You know somebody who want to be in this video? Just the ladies. You know who it is. Boy with a big dick. I give it to a guarantee I fuck her life up. Baby girl, I put it down. I'ma go extra. Fly, you don't want your girl to get extra. Yeah, I'm nasty. She be wanting to hang clothes in the closet. I don't even got girl. Hey! She in this innocent as she might seem. Truth of the matter is I'm not innocent at all. With that being said, Cos, Prince Rich, everybody loves the song. I want to give a huge shout out to the babies who were like, Tayla, Kanye stole the song. No, baby, they just stole the beat. It's for promotional use only. So if you know somebody who wants to recreate that video, please have them hit up Cos. Please have them hit up Prince Rich. All that information is on the Facebook. Prince Rich, Cos, go ahead and put it on the Facebook so they can get in contact with you. The baby may be the police officers, allegedly. We're going to leave that right there. In other news, really quickly, because I went ahead and posted what today's topic was, and people are already mad. Good, I'm glad you're mad. That's exactly why we need to talk about it. So do you remember that crazy video in South Carolina at Spring Valley High School where the girl was damn near drop kicked? It looked like a wrestling match at the school. You remember that when the little school resource officer want to slam the baby on her head? So the student that was recording it and Quest like, no one's gonna do anything about this. Like, that's not legal. You can't do that. The baby was using her voice. She was speaking up, and she was arrested. A lot of people didn't hear about that part of the story. There was another female that was arrested. She was arrested because she was out there speaking out against the injustice. Because she was handcuffed in front of all of the students. She was brought to a juvenile detention center, and she was like damn near booked and fingerprinted and everything else. And she's like, listen, I'm suing. And I'm so glad she's suing because this is nonsense. And there's a law that's on the books that says that because she was speaking out and causing disruption in the classroom, how this baby now has a record. These babies have records. See, this is the part that we're not hearing. This is the part that we're not understanding. These babies now have records. Hello? And if you don't remember, the baby that got drop kicked by the resource officer just went through the fact that her mother passed and her grandmother passed. She was going through something. And forgive me if I'm incorrect, but I believe it is for every one counselor, there's 4 resource officers. So for every police officer, for every 4 police officers with guns on their hips, willing to threaten any of our children, there's 1 counselor willing to sit down and have a conversation with our babies. That's a problem. That's a real life problem. I told you once, I'm going to tell you again, your tax dollars, the money that comes out of your check every single week, I don't care if you make $4 an hour. I don't care if you bus tables and tips is what you get. I don't care if you make $100,000 and you pay $34,000 in tax. Your tax dollars, that money that comes out of your check, goes to somebody's pocket. You own people. Your money owns people. People don't understand that, oh, you have a political right. You have a civil right. You have these duties as citizens of the United States. But if I tell you to go follow that money, you going to go get it? You want an education for your children? Go follow your tax dollars. You want to figure out why we got police officers that refuse to put on body cameras? All of them, all these damn police officers, ain't one person said, I'll wear a camera? That sounds like a conspiracy to me. Who sat them down and said, don't wear nothing? Could it have been their union? Don't nobody want to say it. I say it. I don't give a damn. Nobody, not one person said, I'll do it. I'm a good officer. I ain't got nothing to hide. Not one person said, I ain't got nothing to hide. Okay. We'll see where this goes. Rudy Giuliani. A lot of people had a lot of respect for Rudy Giuliani during the 9/11 situation, and I call it a situation because you already know how I feel about it. Of course, my condolences and my sympathy for those who lost somebody, for those who went to go clean up and got mesothelioma and all these other type of breathing diseases. But as far as the act itself, y'all know how I feel. So a lot of people, had sympathy for Rudy Giuliani and that he was this great mayor. But the truth of the matter is, y'all knew who Rudy Giuliani was when it didn't sit right with your first mind. You remember what we just talked about, your first mind. I never had a good feeling about Rudy Giuliani. And now he was at a Trump event wearing a hat called Make Mexico Great Again. The thing that pisses me off about that is making Mexico great again means that you have to give up Texas, Arizona, parts of California, and Nevada. So you're going to give up them states to make Mexico great again? Because you can't just sit here and kill people and say your land belongs to me. Land of the brave, home of the free. Whatever. You can't sit there and kill people and say, oh yeah, this is my land. Make it great again. If you want to make it great again, that means you have to give it back to Mexico. You willing to do that, Rudy Giuliani? Do you know your history? I do. What school did you go to? Because it's called self-education. They refuse to tell me the truth in school. Lies your teacher told. Shout out to James Lowen. Former New York mayor went ahead and wore a hat in Phoenix, Arizona. He warmed up the crowd ahead of Trump's key immigration policy speech. The 72-year-old liatician slammed Hillary Clinton before welcoming the vice president candidate Mike Pence, and in coming hours, the Donald met with the Mexican president, who said, "Listen, we ain't paying for a damn thing. You better stop lying to these folks, telling them we paying for something, because we're not. We will not. We never will, and it's not going to happen. So stop lying to people. Make Mexico great again. Does that mean you're going to give Mexico back, boo? You're going to give Texas back? Y'all going to give California back? You're going to give Arizona, Nevada? And isn't there like, I could have sworn like a part of Colorado. No, not Colorado. Ooh, geography eludes me right now. But it was like the whole Western. I want to shout out Justin Yancheski. Okay? Shout out Justin. But it was, go ahead and do your due diligence, because I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction. But I have the picture in my head of what was Mexico prior to us, the Mexican-American War, aka we stole your stuff because you're so loving and giving, and you think that the land doesn't belong to you. You think the land belongs to everybody. Well, guess what? We just put a flag in the ground and now it's our land. And that's the truth of the matter, is that's how it works. In every country, in every continent, everywhere they ever stepped on, all the time. We're like, oh, come. Well, whatever you need, whatever you want, we'll give it to you, because we are one, right? And then you put a flag in the damn ground and claim it to be yours. Like y'all claim the moon. How you claim the moon, son? You didn't make the moon. I'm sorry. Going off on a tangent. Talking about the moon. The Earth just had a close shave with a 180-foot asteroid, and nobody saw it coming. So we have all these scientists. We have all this money. Shout out to Bessemer, Alabama. Yes, baby. Yes. 4 points west. Shout out to you. How much do we give NASA a year? And y'all didn't see a damn rock 180 feet big coming straight towards Earth? It didn't. It grazed us. It didn't even touch us. We give y'all all this money, and y'all still can't see. What are you doing then? What are you doing? Are you creating more, discovering the moon, discovering Mars? Is that what you guys are doing? I want to give a huge shout out to Sebastian Cole. Sebastian Cole wrote Alyssa Cara's entire album and many other albums as well. Shout out to him. But he and I have amazing conversations. And one of the things he told me to do when I was in California is to go look for the star dedicated to the individuals that landed on the moon. They have their own star. And the reason why, say conspiracy theorists, is because that was all, it was the #1 watched thing on television. People landing on the moon, United States landing on the moon. That was nothing but a publicity stunt to see how many people can we get to watch television. That's why they have a star in Hollywood. I'll leave that there. But we spend billions of dollars a year on NASA, and they missed a 180-foot asteroid. Astronomers in Brazil discovered the asteroid in 2016 QA2 on Saturday. The asteroid, thought to be between 80 and 180 feet wide, the rock passed to within 50,000 miles of Earth just a day later after they found it, and then that's less of the quarter of the distance between Earth and the moon. Wampatak, I want to give a huge shout out to you. He said, give it all back. We still waiting. I know that's right. All of the United States is still waiting. Talk about reservations. Did you know reservations were concentration camps? And once upon a time, when the natives were helping the Pilgrims, Christopher Columbus and his bunch, when the natives were helping the real insurgents, after they would help them kill off their people, that's where the phrase Uncle Tom came from. It was a tomahawk, Uncle Tomahawk. That it wasn't like an Uncle Tom looking like Clarence Thomas. It was an Uncle Tomahawk. And Tomahawk was somebody who went ahead and killed all of his people on behalf of the colonies. And then they went ahead and shipped them to an island, the concentration camp, or they killed them because they didn't feel as if, even though you killed your people, we still don't feel like you have an allegiance to us. Y'all better do your history. Listen, the more you read, the more you know, the more you can't fall for this tomfoolery. That's why you can't put a wool over my eyes. Turkish police arrest 2 men trying to sell the 11th century Bible written on gazelle skin. The reason why I like this story so much is because if you look at the photograph, it makes me wonder what is in this Bible. You know, I am not religious, but I'm very spiritual. And this Bible is not that big. Like, this Bible is really small. And this is the 11th century Bible. I would love, Tayla, maybe you should go to theological school. Maybe, possibly, probably not. But I would love to go through and have the knowledge of language and go through each Bible individually as far as like what's missing, what was added, what words mean what. Because, you know, translations are really different. You guys ever play telephone? Yeah, that's real life in the Bible stance. And I know a lot of people probably just shut off their radio because Tayla just said something about the Bible, but we do not have logical thinking because of what we believe. We do not have logical thinking because if we had logical thinking, once you read the Bible and it says that in the beginning God created Adam and Eve, but then their children went to the land of the land of Nod and made babies with somebody else's family. Hold on, but pause. You just told me that he created Adam and Eve. Where everybody else come from? If we had a little bit of logic in our life, then we would stop in Genesis. Like Genesis would stop there, and we'd have 1,000,001 questions. Tayla, it's about faith. I believe you. Stanford rapist Brock Turner to undergo regular drug testing when he is freed from lenient jail terms because he lied during his trial about the LSD use. Turner is to be released on Friday, halfway through his 6-month jail sentence for rape, which was the center of national outcry. The ex-Stanford University swim team member lied to probation officers and jurors and the American people about him drinking and doing drugs. In fact, he had been drinking and using LSD long before the attack on a 23-year-old woman who he raped beside a dumpster, was caught, and only served 6 months. But only really served 3 months because his daddy let him out early. His probation has been modified to include 3 years of mandatory drug testing, as well as narcotics and alcohol counseling. But no jail time for him. Why? Why would we do that? It was revealed there are just 350,000 African elephants left in the savannah as poaching decimates a third of the population. 350,000. Shout out all the way from Albany, New York. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Love and appreciate you. 350,000 elephants are left. So I would like to do a call to action, because I have family members that are deltas, and I know as far as the deltas are concerned, you guys love your elephants. You love your elephants so much. Can you please rally around this cause? Because there are 350,000 African elephants left. There's 350 African Americans left. Like, you're not getting these numbers. There's 350,000 apples left. There's $350,000 left. A third of the population have been killed. This is, the fall has been blamed on European colonization and poaching, and the inability to love and respect nature, and always wanting to rape, pillage, and plummet everything they touch. But I digress. A third of the population of elephants have been killed. 350,000 are left. The Bible is the most controversial book ever written. I believe you. I believe you. And if anybody got a little common sense, somebody would have some questions, because I know I do. And my children went to Bible studies this summer, came home and was like, Mommy, why do people believe in the Bible? Baby, I really don't know. The 12-year-old, the 13-year-old said that he can't get over the fact that, Santa Claus isn't real, Rudolph's nose is not red, and why do people believe in the Bible? Like, he was like, Mommy, why? The snake ain't never talked to me. When did the snake talk? And who did he talk to? And it goes back to, shout out to Reggie B, because Reggie B said a long time ago, he was like, Mama, can you tell me something? Reggie B, what you ask your grandmother a long time ago? And that's why you couldn't really get into church, because at a young age, at 6 years old, when you're really, really innocent, you have questions and no adult can answer them. But when you're an adult, you're just supposed to believe. But yet you tell your children, stop using your imagination. You don't have an imaginary friend. Well, you do. Why can't I? In the beginning, God created Adam and Eve. And then Adam and Eve's children went ahead and left Eden and procreated with other people. That's in another book, though. I'm being facetious. I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to make you mad, baby. I'm just saying, like, we do not have any common sense. We don't use logic because we're so busy using our feelings. And aside from using our feelings, we're so used to using, what was told to us, what was passed down to us, what we feel as if our grandmother and grandfather knew was truth. Go on, Reggie B. What you told your grandma?
Good risings. What I said was, what I said to my grandma when I walked in the church when I was about 9, 10 years old, and walking in this church, I saw a color stained glass with the white woman on it with a blue and white robe, whom I know now to be Mary and the sheep. And when I walked in the church and sat down in the pews, I saw behind the pulpit of the pastor a picture of Jesus and the 12 disciples. And I tugged on my Nana's coat and I said, Nana, She said, what you want, boy? I said, Nana, there's something wrong here. There's something wrong with the church. She said, what are you talking about? I said, Nana, when we walked in the church, I saw a white lady in a white robe on some cut of glass walking in the church. Now I come to church, and I look behind the pulpit, and I see a white guy who I know to be Jesus with 12 white men at the table. And I looked around the church, and all of us were black. At 9 or 10 years old, I knew something was wrong there. That's what I said.
I feel it. Reggie B, I love and appreciate you. Can't wait for you to get back in the studio. Have a wonderful day today. So, when you're a child and as a child, I thought like a child. As an adult, I think like an adult. And we are still adults thinking like children when it comes to our religion. And I wonder, I brought this question up before, I pose it again, whether or not we are going to go back to the traditions of our ancestors where we gave thanks to all that came before us, when we went ahead and praised our ancestors, where we went ahead and gave thanks to the sun and to the moon and to the stars. I never understood why we went from having a universal God to having one man and one, that's another topic for another day, baby. I already know people getting mad, your feeling some type of way, and it's because of what you've been taught your entire life. Indoctrination, that's what it is. You've been indoctrinated to believe something. You were indoctrinated to believe that the snake done told Eve to eat the apple. How you know Eve didn't have a mental disorder? I'm sorry. Somebody gonna beat me today. Nobody want to say it. I'm gonna say it. I didn't mean to make you mad. Because I know somebody's auntie's mad at me right now. Somebody's grandma mad at me right now. You don't listen to that girl. She a heathen. She don't know what she talking about. I believe in God. I sure do. I believe in a higher power. I believe in the Holy Spirit. I believe in the energy of us all being the omnipresent, omnipotent God that is within us all. That's what I believe. I know one of the most controversial things is politics, religion, and religion. And I have no problem talking about all of the controversial things that nobody else wants to discuss. I want to give a huge shout out to President Barack Obama, who has commuted the sentences of another 111 convicted felons. Those they were serving life sentences for the past 2 years. The Obama administration has worked with the Department of Justice to go through a backlog of drug cases and consider the thousands of clemency applications. The applications apply mostly to nonviolent drug offenders who have received lighter sentences. Had they received lighter sentences, would not be in jail today. So far, 671 inmates have been commuted. This is more with President Barack Obama than the past 10 presidents. So Obama commuted the sentences of 214 inmates, and they were able. Report. Shout out to Blacktivity, BLAVITY. Shout out to them and all that they do. I love and appreciate them. It's like we have our own media, and I love it, baby. I love it. So I just realized the actual time. So with that being said, really quickly, I have to read this. The babysitter gets only 30 days in jail for child molestation. According to reports, a Springfield, Missouri babysitter will spend only a month in jail after pleading guilty to child molestation. He pled guilty. It wasn't allegedly he impregnated the girl. No, allegedly not. He pleaded guilty to molestation and is going to serve 30 days. You want to know what he's wearing in his mugshot? A smug ass smile with a shirt and tie. Hold on, is that a tie? No, with a button-up shirt. 30 days. 30 days. Oh, you want to know what story I didn't even pull up? The baby that was in his house. He was in his house. Police kicked in the door, waving the 4-4, beat him down, tased him, and then he went ahead and sued them because he looked like somebody. He was in his bed sleep. He got woken up to being punched in the face. They went ahead and tased him. They took him to jail. He sued. They said, we're going to give you what you deserve as far as compensation. And they gave that baby $1 per officer, and they gave him $18. Not $18 million, not $1.8 million, not $1,800. They gave that baby $18 for his pain and suffering. After they done kicked in his door, that $18 can't even pay for a new lock. They kicked in his door, beat him down, tased him, took him to jail, and then said, oops, sorry, we thought you was somebody else. Here go this little $18, B. Tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad. So for those that are on the Facebook and YouTube, impeach Hillary Clinton now. A campaign group which forced her emails into the open says she could be tried by Senate before the election is over for the lies that she's told. Congressional jurisdiction over public officials extends so after they leave office. Successful efforts could result in ineligibility for future office. Congress already seeking perjury investigation over Clinton emails. Why is she still running for president? We ain't got no laws on the books that say this broad can't run at all. So I'm putting it out there, all right? With all of the lies, with all of the scandals, with all of the ridiculousness regarding Hillary Clinton, would we be so bad with Donald Trump? 617-282-0062. Tayla, did you really just say that? I sure did. I certainly did. Would we be so bad with Donald Trump after all that we know about Hillary Clinton? You do know there's been over 50 people that have died within Clinton's circle, correct? You do know that there's like 15 of her bodyguards that just mysteriously end up dead. Mind you, they're bodyguards. So they're big, they're tough, they have to be lean, they have to be fit, they have to, control their diet. It just wasn't like a random heart attack or high cholesterol or high blood pressure. I need you to understand that they were in great condition at one time, and then all of a sudden they're no longer bodyguards. They know a little bit too much. I think they shot Meacham. I swear. I really, truly believe, I honestly believe House of Cards is based on Hillary and Bill Clinton's life as president. I really do, because Francis done killed a reporter. Y'all remember Francis killed a reporter? And then if you watch House of Cards, I truly believe that's Hillary and Bill Clinton all day. Ruthless. Heartless. I posted a video about everything Hillary Clinton, all of her lies, all of the scandals, the amount of people that have died around them, everything. Everything. And I just want y'all to open your eyes. Would we be so bad if Donald was our president? You know how quickly we could get him, how we could kick him out of office. Quick. Like the first week, he'll say something dumb or do something completely stupid and impeach himself. Hillary know the system in and out. She know how to navigate herself. She know how to play herself. Do you know that she was investigating people? Like, she illegally was investigating people to get some dirt on them so she can control them. It was illegal. They found her guilty. Do you know how much money had to be raised in order? You know she gay. Oh, Lord. Lord Tillman from Facebook said she's homosexual. Who's a girl? Who's a wife? Because Bill be out here with girls. I sat down with somebody who knows the Clintons, and they said Bill been out here for a long time, and he would not be surprised if Bill Clinton had like 4 or 5 kids out here on a hush-hush. What is the Green Party's agenda? I'm not a fan of the Green Party. You know who I'm a fan of? His name is John Fitzgerald Johnson. He is running for president. He's been running for president for the last year. I was on that Jill Stein for a long time because I wanted Jill Stein to pair up with Bernie Sanders. It didn't happen the way I wanted it to. Jill Stein a little all the way on the left for me. Can't really rock with her. But John Fitzgerald Johnson. If you don't know, please go do your due diligence. Go Google him. He looked like Malcolm X meets Shaka Zulu. I'm so serious. He's really real. He's really real. It started in our office in Arkansas. Go on, Lord Tillman. Go ahead. 617-282-0062. Don't post it on Facebook because can't everybody hear what you're trying to say. Go on and call us. 617-282-0062. I'm trying to get to this post that I posted on Facebook where it's the names of everybody who was in the Clinton circle that has recently passed away, has died. And it's a long list, boo. A very long list. And based on the amount of nonsense I post, my list is very long too. Because I'm still scrolling and still can't find it. So what I'm looking for those who are just now tuning in, the topic of today, the question of today is, with all of the scandals, with all of the lies, with all of the nonsense that we know about Hillary Clinton, would we be so bad with Donald Trump? And this is an honest question, because I know people I know this ain't no real question. We ain't talking about Donald Trump as an option, are we? What if we were? What do you think that would look like? Except for him running around talking about he gonna build a wall. Do you know how quickly we could impeach him? How's Mike Pence? Do we like him as a president? Because Trump would be gone so fast. You know what? I might have been censored because I know I posted it and I know where I posted it, and I am not finding the multiple people that have died within the Clinton administration, whether they worked with the Clintons or whether they worked for the Clintons or whether they were against the Clintons. It was a long list and it took up a lot of space. And I'm on my Facebook and I can't find it. Wow. But we've had this conversation. I think I read the reports on Monday about how Facebook has been and is censoring a lot of our posts. And I know it's not just, I found it. Clinton's body bag list. These people have died with close ties to the Clinton. You ready? I'm ready. Ready for the James McDougal, Clinton's convicted Whitewater partner, died of an apparent heart attack while in solitary confinement. He was a key witness in the Ken Starr investigation. I want y'all to do your own due diligence. Don't believe me. Don't believe a word that comes out of my mouth. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Don't ever believe anything that comes out of my mouth. Do your own due diligence. Mary Mahoney, a former White House intern, was murdered July 1997 at Starbucks coffee shop in Georgetown. The murder happened just after she was about to go public with her story of sexual harassment in the White House. Vince Foster, former White House counselor and colleague of Hillary Clinton at Little Rock's Rose Law Firm, died of a gunshot wound to the head. It was ruled a suicide. Ron Brown, Secretary of Commerce and former DNC chairman, reported to have died by impact in a plane crash. Pathologists close to the investigation reported that there was a hole in the top of Brown's skull, resembling a gunshot wound. At the time of his death, Brown was being investigated and spoke publicly of his willingness to cut a deal with prosecutors. 617-282-0062. With all of the lies, with all of the scandals, with all of the things that we know about Hillary Clinton, and if you don't know, baby, please go do your due diligence. Would we be so bad? 90 so far? I don't know about 90. Lloyd said there's 90 people that have died that have been connected to the Clintons so far. We do have a call on the line, 617-282-0062. Then I'm going to go down the list of the other people that have been killed, murdered, heart attacks while in solitary confinement, gunshot wound to the head, even though I died in a plane crash. I'm trying to tell you, if you watch Scandal, if you watch House of Cards, you start thinking of things a little, you start looking at politics a little differently, baby. 617-282-0062. Good rising, my love.
Good morning, Tayla.
How you doing, baby?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. Oh, man, let me tell you, that Hillary Clinton, boy. Oof, oof.
Would we be so bad with a Trump?
When it comes to person, I was researching that the other day on the hiring of the death poster. You know that Ron Brown was so close to them that when they would go out on a vacation, like the Obamas go to Martha's Vineyard, they loved this man's personality so much. Sometimes this brother would spend the night with them and tell stories.
Guess what? Meacham spent the night with Claire too. Claire and what's his name? Meacham spent the night.
You feel me? I mean, they love the brother. And then all of a sudden, Ron Brown dies in a plane crash, and then you drop the two, the hole in the top of the head. Oh man. I was a kid when that plane went down, but I was always, my parents are kind of like conspiracy theorists too. I don't know why.
I don't know why it's such a bad bad thing. Conspiracy theorists are just people who know the truth but can't prove it until it's released 30 years after it's unsealed. That's all it is.
Real talk. Man, I'm telling you, this is, summer's just about over, but dig it. It's going to be a movie come November. I'm telling you, man. Y'all get y'all popcorn, sit back. It's going to be must-see TV.
But you know what? We're going to find out all the reels once Scandal comes back on, once House of Cards, the next season come back on. We're going to figure out what was really going on behind the scenes once these TV shows come. I swear, because it feel like real life.
Yo, Taylor, let me ask you, you ever heard of Julian Assange?
Nah, baby, school me.
Assange, he's the operator of WikiLeaks. See, they had all the
Yeah. He said that he was gonna release some more of the truth. He was like, listen, we're building the case right now, but wait a second, just wait on it. He was like, just wait on it. We coming. But she said that we ain't dealing with this until after the election. How does she get to say that? How did she say, listen, we ain't dealing with this. I ain't answering questions. I'm not releasing a damn thing until after the election. I'm busy. I'll be back. You know what this reminds me of? Y'all remember, what's my baby's name? Oh, I can see his face. I promise it. What is it? I plead the fifth. Dave Chappelle. Y'all remember Dave Chappelle when he was doing I plead the fifth? And the other dude had his dog killed and everything else. And he was just like, I think I'll come in on Tuesday. I'll turn myself in on Tuesday. No, 2 o'clock don't work. I got to meet the drug dealer. I'll be there at 6 p.m. And then he goes and they're asking him questions. And he talking to a lawyer and his lawyer talked to him. He's like, I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I feel right now because Hillary Clinton doesn't have to answer any damn questions. She doesn't have to go before a board. She can lie all she wants. One of the things that makes absolutely no sense to me, if you sat there and watched the hearing when they were talking to the CIA director and he was sitting down and there was I can't think of his name right now. He said, Hillary Clinton said, da-da-da-da-da-da, is that the truth? Director said, no. Hillary Clinton said she released da-da-da-da-da. Is that the truth? No. Hillary Clinton said, and everything was like, ding, 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 lie, 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 lie. How is she still running for president?
She's bulletproof. I'm telling you, this woman is dangerous, Taylor. Yo.
It's open. It's open.
Them on speed dial. Plus, trust me.
It's open.
ISIS and all that. She be like, man, y'all better calm down before we come in there real hardcore. The girl, I'm telling you, no, I don't know.
I feel you though. I feel you. So for those who are currently on Facebook and those that are currently on Google or YouTube, we do, baby. I love and appreciate you. Hope you have an amazing day. The chat is open. If you wish to send messages, you can open the chat. Bill had a secret meeting on the plane with Attorney General. That was some more nonsense. Y'all watch House of Cards. Go all the way back to the beginning of House of Cards and then watch it to today. I guarantee you're going to be like, Taylor, damn, that is Hillary and Bill. Damn, Taylor, wait for it. Because Claire wanted to be president and he told her, wait a minute. I got you. Hold on a second. We're going to work this thing out. Let me move a few things over here. Y'all keep playing with me. I know I'm not the only one. 617-282-0062, where all of the corruption, where all of the lies, where all of the dead bodies dropping like flies, could we be better off with a Donald Trump? At least I know he don't like me. At least I know he a racist. At least I know he gonna tell the truth. He gonna snitch on himself every time. Every time he gonna snitch on himself. Hillary Clinton will lie dead to your face. No, I did not call you a monkey. Yo, you see this monkey over here questioning me? I ain't call you a monkey. Hillary, you know I can see you, right? I can see you. 617-282-0062. Good rising, my love. Shut your radio off for me. My love. I think you butt dial me. Okay, so I'm going to go back to reading this list. So for those that are just now tuning in, Waking Up with Tayla Andre, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 7. I'm reading the list of individuals that were in the Clinton circle that have been killed. They say died, but I'm gonna say have been killed. The last one we read was Ron Brown, the Secretary of Commerce, Victor Reiser, the second, and Montgomery Reiser, major players in the Clinton's fundraising organization, died in a private plane crash in 1992. Paul Tully, the Democratic National Committee political director, found dead in a hotel room in Little Rock, September 1992, described by Clinton as a dear friend and trusted advisor. Ed Riley, Clinton fundraiser, found dead November 1993, deep in the woods of Virginia with a gunshot wound to the head, ruled a suicide. Ed Wiley died on the same day. His wife, Kathleen Wiley, claimed Bill Clinton groped her in the Oval Office in the White House. Ed Wiley was involved in several Clinton fundraising events, so he know where the money's at. He know where the money's going. He know who sent the money. He know everything about the money. You don't think that money matters? Jerry Parks, head of Clinton's gubernatorial secretary team in Little Rock, gunned down in his car at a deserted intersection outside of Little Rock. Parks' son said his father was building a dozer on Clinton. He allegedly threatened to reveal this information after he died. The files were mysteriously removed from his house, but later found at the Clinton house years later. If that's not enough, I don't know what is. Would we be better off with somebody who's like, I'm going to build a wall? I'm going to build a wall. I would rather have this fool build a wall than have this murderer in office. I'm sorry, did I say that? My bad. James Bunch died from a gunshot suicide. It was reported that he had a black book of people which contained the names of influential people who visited prostitutes in Texas and Arkansas, and I bet you Bill was probably on that list. James Wilson was found dead in 1993 from apparent hanging suicide. He was reported to have ties to the Whitewater incident. You don't know what Whitewater is? Baby, please go do your due diligence. Kathy Ferguson, ex-wife of Arkansas trooper Danny Ferguson, was found dead in 1994 in her living room with a gunshot to her head. It was ruled a suicide, even though there were several packed suitcases, as if she was going on a trip in her favorite bucket ship. Danny Ferguson was a co-defendant along with Bill Clinton in the Paula Jones lawsuit. Kathy Ferguson was a possible corroborating witness for Paula Jones. Bill Shelton, Arkansas State Trooper and fiance of Kathy Ferguson, critical of the suicide ruling of his fiance, he was found dead in June of 1994 of a gunshot wound, also ruled a suicide, at the gravesite of his fiance. Gandhi Baha, I may be pronouncing that wrong, attorney for the Clintons' friend Dan Lassiter, died by jumping out a window of a tall building January 1994. His client was a convicted drug distributor who probably sold drugs to the Clintons. This is all my opinion. This is not fact. This is opinion. This is not fact. But these people that really died are facts. Florence Martin, accountant and subcontractor for the CIA, was related to the Barry Seal Mena airport drug smuggling case. He died of 3 gunshot wounds. Suzanne Coleman reportedly had an affair with Clinton when she was Arkansas Attorney General. Died of a gunshot wound to the back of the head, ruled a suicide. Pregnant at the time of her death. Where the blood test at, son? Paula Grover, Clinton's speech interpreter for the death from 1978 until her death in 1992, died in a one-car car accident. So I guess it was just her wrapped around a tree. That's my own opinion. I'm being mindful that I'm reading the truth of how these people died, but I'm adding my own 3 cents because it's worth more than 2, baby. Paula Wilshire, attorney investigating the corruption at the Mena airport with Casaro in the 1980 October surprise, was found dead on a toilet June of 1993 in his Washington, D.C. apartment. He had delivered a report to Janet Reno 3 weeks before his death. John Parnell Walker, Whitewater investigator for Resolution Trust Corp., jumped to his death from his Arlington, Virginia apartment balcony in 93. He was investigating the Morgan Guarantee scandal. Barbara Wise, Commerce Department staffer, worked closely with Ron Brown and John Huang. Cause of death unknown. Died in November of 96. Her bruised, nude body was found locked in her office at the Department of Commerce. Charles Meisner, the Assistant Secretary of Commerce, who gave Zhang Huang special security clearance, died shortly thereafter in a small plane crash. Dr. Stanley Hurd, listen, my plane did not crash. I did not shoot myself in the back of the head. I did not hang myself. I'm telling y'all now so you can replay this later when Clinton comes for me. Because I'm coming for her. I'm absolutely coming for her. It's ridiculous that there is lies, there's scandals, there are actual lawsuits where she is found guilty of crimes, but yet she is still running for president. She lied under oath, still running for president. Barry Seal, drug running pilot out of the Mena, Arkansas. Death was an accident. Johnny Lawhorn Jr., mechanic, found a check made out to Bill Clinton in the trunk of his car, left at his repair shop. He was found dead after his car has hit a utility pole. Stanley Huggins investigated the Madison guarantee. His death was purported a suicide, and his report was never released. Herschel Friday, attorney and Clinton fundraiser, died in 94 when his plane exploded. Kevin Eyes and Don Henry, known as the Boys on the Track case. Reports say that the boys may have stumbled upon the Mena, Arkansas airport drug operation, a controversial case. The initial report of death said due to falling asleep on railroad tracks. Later reports claim that the two boys had been slain before and then placed on the tracks. Many linked to the case before their testimony could come before the grand jury. So they were supposed to speak and they were killed, and then their car was placed on the tracks. Really quickly, I want to get to these Facebook comments. Do you remember the story of the black prostitute son who allegedly is Bill Clinton's son, who looks just like him? That story faded into infinity. Choose a party and a candidate. Go ahead, baby. Choose a party and a candidate. I already chose my party. I already chose my candidate. His name is John Fitzgerald Johnson. One more time. John Fitzgerald Johnson. That is who I chose. Do your due diligence. If you like them, I love them. Honestly, there's been a bunch of politicians who are very corrupt. And yes, the Clintons may be the biggest goons of them all. As a Haitian American, we know that they are thieves. But I still refuse to vote for either. I'm going libertarian. Gary Johnson. Tim Russert from CNN died suddenly. If you got some more names, baby, hit me with the names. Because I'm just reading the names. Would we be better off with a Donald Trump? Because I'm not done. We already on 31. I've read off 31 names that have died under, the whole little Clinton clan, Clinton crew. And then we still have 12 bodyguards that are dead. Major William Barclay Jr., Captain Scott J. Reynolds, Sergeant Brian. These dudes have... They have prefixes before their name. I can almost guarantee that they know hand-to-hand combat. I can almost guarantee that they had multiple guns. But yet, the bodyguards, 12 bodyguards, when you have 12 of your bodyguards that are dead, I got questions. Nobody else has questions? Sergeant Brian Hanley, Sergeant Tim Sable Major, General William Robertson, Colonel William Denzenberger, Colonel Robert Kelly, is that like Special Operations, SPEC? I don't know what that is. If you know what that is, please enlighten me. 617-282-0062. Gary Rhodes, Stephen Willis, Robert Williams, Conway LeBeau, Todd McKeehan. 617-282-0062. Would we be better off voting for somebody else? Oh, Taylor, we don't have any options. We have to. Hillary's better than Trump. How is Hillary better than Trump? Where is Hillary better than Trump? I'm not telling you not to vote. Pick somebody that you want to vote for. I want to vote for John Fitzgerald Johnson. That's who I'm voting for. 617-282-0062. Good rising, my love.
Good rising, Taylor. I appreciate you this morning for giving me the opportunity to talk on the air. I got
He's gonna say some bullshit.
To say first, Gary Johnson, he's like 6%. There's no way he's gonna
baby, I did not say Gary Johnson. Gary Johnson is a white man. I said John Fitzgerald Johnson, who is a black man.
Okay, John Fitzgerald Johnson. So this will never happen. Let's talk about serious thing going on. A vote for these guys is a vote for Trump. So do you think if by electing Trump, things gonna be better?
Oh, that's the question of the day, baby. What's your answer?
Okay, my answer is no, because you already know what he's trying to establish is a dictatorship leader. So as far as I know, black people always get the short end of the stick. We have to figure it out. It's gonna get 10 times worse. They start cutting these welfare, cutting these programs. Who needs these type of programs? It's us. So vote for one of these third parties. It's a vote for Trump. And then at the end, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna call this radio station and start crying. And guess there's really nothing we could do at the end. Once November 8th comes, we have to sacrifice for 4 years. So if we're gonna talk about not electing Hillary, electing one of these third parties, which they have no chance. We both know they have no chance.
And they have no chance because people like you believe it. Because people like you believe it. Because people like you really believe the media. Because people like you really believe that you have no options. It is the media. Because listen, when Bernie Sanders was running, you did not see anything about Bernie Sanders ever. But he was running. He was running. He had numbers behind him. He had money behind him. He had the people behind him. He had the voice behind him. Like, people were after Bernie, but the only time they ever talked about Bernie was when they were like, oh, so Bernie Sanders supporters were at Hillary Clinton event last night. You couldn't get no airtime. No airtime. And then it came out that the DNC already had favoritism towards Hillary Clinton. It was over here name calling Bernie Sanders. We know this to be true, so don't think for 5 seconds. So the effeminization of the black man, when they control the music, control the media, and control the images that you watch, right? So we see Young Thug in a freaking dress. We see all these television shows with a whole bunch of homosexual men, and then we're listening to music about boys kissing boys, right? So let's take that image right there. I'm not calling out no names. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying let's use that as an example. So when you start seeing things, you start hearing things, and you start believing things to be true, now it's okay that Billy's in school with 2 daddies. Billy's in school kissing on boys because he's watching his daddy kissing on boys. You have to understand that what you see, what you hear, and what you absorb into your ear gates, your eye gates, your entire psyche, you start believing that. You don't think for 5 seconds we really believe that we only have 2 options, and because we think we only have 2 options, we only are going to think about these 2 options. There are other options out here, and you sitting here saying that we don't have any options, we only have a vote for anybody else is a vote for Trump. Please tell me how Hillary is better than Trump. I'm waiting. How is she better? How is she better?
Listen, go to Hillary.org. You will get all her.
No. You called 617-282-0062. I ain't going to her page and giving her another hit. Not from my web address. Tell me how Hillary is better than Trump. I'm not voting for Trump. I certainly am not. But I'm not going to sit here and say, how is she better? How is she better? How is she better? How is she better? No. Baby, answer the question. Answer the question. How is she better? You called. Answer the question.
Like I said, I read her stuff, what she has for the 4 years she's going to go for president. It's like the same agenda Obama has. She's doing. If you look at like the immigration plan she has, the child education plan. Look at it, and then you'll see it's the same agenda. So don't you think that after the recession, Obama did a good job? You don't think so?
Is that your answer? Is that your final answer?
No, I'm asking you. Don't you think
No. I'm not answering questions. I'm asking questions. Is that your final answer? Is that your final? I certainly am. You want to know why? Because in the United States of America, I have the free right to vote who I want to vote for. And John Fitzgerald Johnson has my vote. All right? So I don't care. You can't pressure me. And I hate the fact that we are forever pressuring our people oh, you gotta vote for Hillary, because if you don't vote for Hillary, or vote for anybody else's, or vote for Trump, guess what? My vote is my vote, and I can use it how I wish, right? You can use it how you wish. You want to vote for Hillary? Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. We're going to get the short end of the stick regardless of who we vote for. We got the short end of the stick with, tell me, show me where we did not get the short end of the stick with Barack Obama, and he sat here and did everything else for the Latinos. Latinos got everything they asked for. I was going to say homosexuals. The gay community got everything that they asked for. Show me where we got anything.
Because whatever I asked him, he gave it to me.
My love.
Giving you a low interest rate. I had one for like 13.6% when the house market went down. I got the opportunity because of these plans to get it for now 4.0. He did something for me. Water. Hello?
Oh, I'm here.
Something for me. It's like,
You think I hang up on him because I hang up on him all the time.
Let's talk about their health care. Hello?
I'm here, baby. I'm letting you talk.
If we're talking about these things, like a bunch of stuff he does, like I said, Obama's a president for everyone, not just for black people or white folks. So a lot of people thinking that Obama should just come here and help for black people. No, it's not. He's the president of the United States, which is white, black, Chinese, Asian, everyone. So if we decided not to work hard to get something out of the planning he had for, like, first-time home buyers, he gives each individual $8,000 to buy your first time to buy your house. Like, if we didn't get these type of subsidies, we let the white man get it. So that's on us. I can't blame Obama because of that. He had a lot of plans for us, and I took some of these plans. Like I told you, one of the biggest plans he had, I was going to lose my house by refinancing to the programs he had. I ended up paying on my house. Now my house is worth double the price I bought it. So by the grace of him, I can't talk bad about it. So we need to know what we really need in the community. That's what I have to say. I didn't call to like argue with you, Taylor. I know you're doing a good job of waking up early to come up here, but I'm just saying
You talk about me all the time, though.
Because I stay off last night till 11 o'clock to read about what Trump is. If we elect,
listen, I'm not electing him. I'm not voting for him. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like we only have two options, baby. I did pull you down. I let you speak for about 4.5 minutes, but I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. I know you didn't call to argue with me, but I'm not going to sit here and just swallow what you give me either. So we do have another caller on the line, 617-282-0062. Good rising, baby, alive.
Good rising. How you doing?
I'm super fantastic.
I also am not voting for Hillary. As a Haitian American, all the things that her and her husband have done to Haiti, I can't stand here and actually vote for Hillary. Not saying that I would vote for Trump because I wouldn't, but I still believe in Bernie Sanders.
Yep.
He might not win, that's okay, but in my conscience, I can't sit there and vote for Hillary. And I understand how she's saying, 4 years
I'm
of
sorry,
Trump.
baby, the phone.
But if you vote for Hillary, you get 8 years of Hillary, because at the end of the day, when the 4 years are up, we don't have a different Democrat to vote for. We still have her and then another Republican. So if you really want to get rid of Hillary faster, or the two evils faster, it would be to vote for Trump, because another Democrat will come along and you can get rid of both of them. But I'm not going to vote for Trump, but I will not vote for Hillary.
Amen. Amen. So I'm with you. I'm not a Haitian American, but my birthday is May 18th, so I think I'm Haitian. I'm not voting for Hillary either. It's hashtag never Hillary, because she's not for us. She's like, I don't know if you've seen everything that Hillary stands for is everything that she denounces. Like, everything she doesn't stand for is everything she stands for. Like, hold on, pause. Anything.
She stands for, because 1 minute she's for this and the next minute she's for that. She's doing underhanded stuff. And, you don't know what she stands for. She stands for making money. It's about her family making money off of other people.
I got hot sauce in my bag. Swag.
And there's a lot of people that come into this America. They're not, originally from here. They're coming from third world countries, Haiti, Dominican Republic, whatever. And at the end of the day, once you become a U.S. citizen, that doesn't mean you forget where you came from. Haiti is absolutely beautiful, but not much has been done since the earthquake. And I go there every once in a while just to see the progress, and there really isn't.
Shout out to those 6 homes that were built. Shout out to those 6 homes.
Right. She gave the contract to her brother. That's the whole point, to put money into her family to fix Haiti, and nothing has been done. It's actually worse off. So I'm not voting for her. Voting for her is destroying my country. So I give 2 craps about how anybody else feels, but I will not vote for her. I will not vote for Trump, but I do believe in Bernie Sanders, and that's who I voted for from the beginning, and that's who I'm going to continue to vote for until we have a better candidate,
Period. Baby, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, because people want to crucify you when you say you're not voting for Hillary. Oh my God, that means you want Trump in office. You want Trump in office. Like, they crucify you if you say you ain't voting for Hillary. Guess what? Hashtag never Hillary. Never Trump. John Fitzgerald Johnson is mine. And no, it's not Gary Johnson. It's a black man. John Fitzgerald Johnson is a black man. That's who I'm voting for president. And the more we get behind him, the more we go ahead and push his numbers, just like Jill Stein got her numbers pushing. That's why she's about to debate. You got to push these numbers, baby. When I know better, I do better. And I didn't know nothing about John Fitzgerald Johnson when I was learning about Jill Stein. So now that I know, I'm going to go ahead and do better. And that's who has my vote. And I'm going to see if we can get him on air. Because you know what? We are. I can't wait. My phone just died. Those that were watching on Facebook, my apologies, my love. But you're going to have to go to the YouTube because the phone is dead. Good rising, my love. You are live.
Good morning.
Hi. Good rising.
You know what? The wonderful thing about democracy is that you have the freedom of choice, and America happens to be that country that we have that freedom in. So wherever you want to vote, whoever wants to vote the any way they want to vote is the way they're going to vote. That's the bottom line. I do know that a lot of them need Jesus. I do know that, because it is a chaotic world, and they're chaotic, and they're a bunch of, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and don't even understand what they're telling the people. So the wonderful thing, again, once again, is democracy. It's about being able to vote the way you feel free of voting, and that's what America is all about. So, sister, however you want to vote is the way you want to vote. I'm not going to stand here and tell Hillary to you. I'm not going to sit there and tell Trump to you. I'm driving to work. That's the wonderful thing about democracy. I'm grateful for having an opportunity to get up in the morning and go for employment, to pay my bills and take care of my family. I'm grateful. Hillary didn't give it to me. God did. So I want to say thank you and have a blessed morning.
Good rising, good rising. I want to give a shout out to God, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, whoever it is that you revere as your sacred one, or whether it's, the rats or the cows of India. Whoever it is that you pray to, peace and blessings. And I want to say thank you to the ancestors, and thank you to all those that came before us, our guides, our spirits, our angels. Thank you for all that you do and helping us and guiding us and loving us the way that we need. With that being said, I want to continue reading these other names of people that have died under the loving watch of Hillary Clinton. And these are people that were close to her, people that were friends with her, people that worked with her. So again, we've already read about 30 names. Barry Sale, the drug pilot out of Mena, Arkansas. The death was no accident. Johnny Lawhorn Jr., the mechanic found with a check made out to Bill Clinton in the trunk of his car, left at his repair shop, was found dead after his car hit a utility pole. Stanley Hakens, investigated Madison, guarantee his death was purported a suicide, and his report was never released. Herschel Friday, I think I read these, right? Yeah. Like Kevin Eyes and Don Henry, known as the Boys on the Track. Okay. Keith Conley died when his motorcycle slammed into the back of a truck. 788. Keith McKensel died. He was stabbed 113 times in 1988. Gregory Collins died from a gunshot wound in 89. Jeff Rhodes was shot, mutilated, and found burned in a trash dump in 89. James Millen found decapitated. However, the coroner ruled his death due to natural causes. Decapitated? Whew, that ain't no natural cause. Jordan Kettleson was found shot to death in the front seat of his pickup truck in 1990. Richard Winters, a suspect in the Eves Henry death, he was killed in a setup robbery in 89. John Ash the UN official who died suspiciously the day before he was set to testify as a top official against DNC and Hillary Clinton on 6/22/16. Now, John Ash is, what's her name? Tommy, the little blonde chick with the blue eyes that be going in every day. Tayla, stop talking about her. Somebody was just like, she ain't gonna talk about you. I don't know why you talking about her, because y'all need to know the ignorance that's going on, the ignorance that's being perpetuated, the ignorance that's being told to your co-workers, to your neighbors, and to everybody else that you interact with. You need to know thy enemy, baby. So go ahead and go check her out. Her name is Tomi. I cannot stand her at all whatsoever, but she reported on John Ash's death and linked it to Hillary Clinton, aka shout out to one of my Facebook followers that called her Hillary. John Ash, the UN official who suspiciously died the day before he was going to testify as a top official against the DNC and Hillary Clinton. What else do you need? Oh, I'm sorry, there's more names. Seth Conrad Rich, the Democratic staffer who was shot in the back multiple times on his way to meet with the FBI to discuss election fraud. July 10th, 2016. Victor Thorne, an author of books exposing the Clintons, found dead of a gunshot wound on a mountain near the top of his home. This was August 1st. Sean Lucas, the lead attorney in the anti-Clinton DNC fraud case and Bernie Sanders supporter, found dead August 4th, 2016. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people died in the last 6 months. No. 4 months. The last 4 months. Sean Lucas, lead attorney in the anti-Clinton DNC fraud case and Bernie Sanders supporter, found dead in his home. Shamar, I don't want to butcher his name. Shahram Amari, the nuclear scientist who mysteriously turned up in the United States 6 years ago and returned to Tehran a few months later. After returning to Iran, he was executed for being a spy. A few days later, it was learned that Amari was mentioned in several emails on Hillary Clinton's private computer server at her home. I may have messed up, so let me repeat that. Shahram Amari, a nuclear scientist who mysteriously turned up in the United States 6 years ago, then returned to Tehran a few months later. After returning to Iran, he was executed for being a spy. A few days later, it was learned that Amari was mentioned in several emails on Hillary Clinton's private computer server at her home. He was a nuclear scientist. Vincent Fleck, the father of Clinton's physician, Dr. Daniel Fleck, was found near his home just 24 hours after releasing Hillary's most secret medical records, 8/11/16, following 12 dead bodyguards. Are we so bad with Donald Trump that you won't take a look at the truth of these 40 people, 40 plus 12, 52 people that have died, that have been close to Clintons? I'm not saying I'm voting for Trump. I'm saying I'm voting for John Fitzgerald Johnson, not Gary Johnson. That is a white man. I'm voting for a black man. His name is John Fitzgerald Johnson. He's been running for a year. Ask me how many times the media has ever mentioned him. And he has supporters on both sides. He has Republican, Democratic, Independent supporters. He has black, white, old, young supporters. I really believe he's a real deal. I had the pleasure of having a conversation with him, and I truly believe in his vision. And I think that he can make America great again. Make Mexico great again. Give them back their states then. 617-282-0062. Good rising, my love.
Hey, Taylor, I didn't mean to call back, but I wanted to know, like, the 42 people that you said that got killed by Hillary Clinton. Are you sure? Are you literally sure saying that when this morning that your conspiracy theory that her and Clinton literally killed these folks?
Oh, no. That is not what I said. That is not what I said.
You're making it seem like, or it's hard to believe that.
Yo, it's hard to believe that anybody had 12 bodyguards just end up dead. It's really hard to believe that out of all of the years, you've been in politics for 30 years, and in 30 years, 12 bodyguards end up dead. 12, not 2, not 4, not 6, not 8, not 10. 12 bodyguards end up dead.
She didn't know that. Wherever she goes with a group of Secret Service. So it's really obviously her and her husband would not kill these folks. Like, let's stop that. Let's come on and deal with you listening to this radio station. We need to like these people, not bring them into the darkness. Come on.
You don't think I'm enlightening people? Do you think that people knew that 52 individuals, that 5 in the last 4 months have been killed, have died? People that are have facts and have proof that what's going on with Hillary Clinton needs to be stopped. You don't think for 5 seconds that needs to be put on it? Hold on. Let me really quickly. Hold on. But wait. Okay? But wait. John Ash, top UN official who died suspiciously the day before he was set to testify as a top official against DNC and Hillary Clinton. This is June 22nd, 2016. Do your due diligence. Seth Conrad Rich, Democratic staffer who was shot in the back multiple times on his way to meet with the FBI to discuss election fraud. July 10th, 2016. Hold on, I'm not done, baby. I'm not finished. Victor Thorne, author of the books exposing the Clintons, found dead of a gunshot wound on top of a mountain near his home, August 1st. 2016. Wait a second, because we're not finished. We're not done yet. Sean Lucas, the lead attorney in the anti-Clinton DNC fraud case and the Bernie Sanders supporter, found dead at his home on 8/4/16. Shaharm Amari, the nuclear scientist who mysteriously turned up in the United States 6 years ago, returned to Tehran a few months later. After returning to his home country, he was executed for being a spy a few days after his death. It was learned that he was mentioned in several emails on Hillary Clinton's private computer server in her home. This was in August. Vincent Fleck, the father of the Clinton physician, Dr. Daniel Fleck, was found dead near his home 24 hours after releasing Hillary's most secret medical records. August 11, 2016. You don't think maybe possibly that's not bringing to light some things that need to be exposed? You don't think for 5 seconds that needs to be discussed? You don't think for 2 minutes that we need to talk about the fact that 52 people have died? Listen, I can tell you, I know a whole lot of people. I'm not a senator. I'm not running for president, but I know a whole lot of people. I can't tell you 5 people that have died in the last 10 years. 5 people that have been close to me. 5 people that I know personally. 5 people that I worked with. 5 people that I went to school with. I can't tell you 52 people that have died, my 12 bodyguards that have died. I can't tell you that. But I can tell you that sounds just a little bit suspicious. Just a little bit. Because had that been 52 people that Donald Trump was cool with, that once worked with, that once upon a time, let me tell you, Donald Trump would be a known killer. Donald Trump would have hashtag killer Trump. Now tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Good rising, caller, you live.
Good rising. Let me just say this to you, young sister. It's wonderful, you got some knowledge and you're getting knowledge, but it's not good when you are responsible for a radio station and you're bashing people. That ain't cool, man. That's ungodly. Like, I'm sorry. It's better to not turn on each other, but turn to each other. And you have a lot of bitter anger inside of you. And I understand how you feel. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing you, please, by no means. I'm not trying to tell you what to do either. But we know that there's some problems. You want to vote for whoever you want to vote for. That's your business. That's your right. That's the freedom of democracy. Once again, it's that democracy guy. And just, if you can do me a favor, I'm listening to it. If you don't want to vote for Hillary, that's your problem. You don't have to keep bashing everybody else and bashing them and back.
Baby, can I ask you one question? Do you feel the same way about all 6 media outlets. 6, because that right now that's the number. Once upon a time in '83, when I was born 33 years ago, there were over 53. 1983.
I was born in 83.
Well, Daddy, can I ask you a question? Do you have the same sentiments towards me that you do towards the other 6 networks that control all of your media? Do you have the same sentiments towards them and what they push and what they believe and what they're showing our children and telling our adults?
Ask me a question, let me answer it. Now, for me, television is terrorized to your vision. Media is terrorized to your vision, to your ears. Only way that you'll get the information is if you go seek it yourself. Now,
Did I tell you a lie?
the media, you don't have to believe everything that the media says. You have to do the research, come to your own conclusion, and then you get the answer. But what I'm trying to stress is that I am not sitting on this phone. I'm not going to entertain that arguing and you over talking me. I'm going to get off this radio. I'm going to get off this phone. God bless you. Continue to do what you're doing. You're doing a wonderful job with getting the information out there. God bless you. But I'm just asking you to be mindful of other people who may not think like you think when you are speaking. That's all I'm asking you to do, young sister.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. I love and appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for not for speaking to me as an equal. I appreciate that, even though I am old enough or young enough to be your daughter. I do appreciate the respect and the love and how you decided to speak to me. I appreciate that.
God bless you.
You too. So, you know what? You don't have to agree. And I don't have to agree with you. 617-282-0062. That's the reason why we answer phones. That's the reason why we have conversations. That's the reason why, we speak to one another. Baby, you and I ain't finna speak no more, though. I know that. You done called up here 3 times. I let you speak 3 times and no more. Because I can't taste no more. You ain't finna run up my blood pressure today. Good rising, my love. You're live. I'm super fantastic.
I just wanted to make a couple quick comments. I've been listening, and first of all, everybody's going to have a difference of opinion. But in light of the first, you had a caller say something about third party, about third party a vote for a third party is vote for Trump. But what about Abraham Lincoln? Abraham Lincoln was a third party choice.
Mm-hmm.
Abraham Lincoln is the first Republican president. So was that a waste? Absolutely not. In light of you had another caller that he was kind of mentioning about basically because you're putting these facts out there and essentially I guess you're wrong for that or whatever. But my problem is we live in a world right now where everything is all about affirmation. Everybody wants affirmation. People want information that basically aligns with their frame of thought or frame of thinking. And then as soon as you're given information that doesn't go with your frame of thinking, you're told that you're bashing somebody or something along those lines. Me personally, I just want to let you know that you're just providing people with information, and as you say, do your due diligence, right? And essentially, wherever scales fall, let them fall. But for people to say, well, if you make a third-party vote choice, that essentially you're wrong for making that vote choice, then, like I said, they have not undergone any type of analysis on history. Because, like I just said, Abraham Lincoln himself was a third-party choice. So, that being said, we cannot pretend that there is only 2 choices. We can't pretend that our votes are wasted. And what we have to do is realize that there is a power in our vote. And essentially, not just be so quick to go for the popular opinion of the media, and taking all the information, taking all the candidates, and kind of utilize that to make a clear and concise decision.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think you went ahead and wrapped up everything that I was going to say. I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Your voice sounds like a first-time caller, so I just want to say thank you, and I love you for your call and for your opinion, because all opinions matter. Thank you. Big City 101.3 FM, waking up with Tayla Andre, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 7. You know, unorthodox conversations leading to universal consciousness. You do not have to agree with me. I don't have to agree with you. But, baby, we can speak on one accord and speak to each other with respect. And I love the fact that my baby said, listen, young thing. Listen, young thing. I felt like my daddy was talking to me for a second. But I thank you. You don't have to agree, and I don't have to agree with you, but I thank you for speaking to me with respect and not putting me down for putting information out there. Taylor, are you serious? Are you serious? Are you really trying to say now? What I'm trying to say is look at the facts, because I'm not lying to you. These aren't lies I'm telling you. These are real names of people who've been connected over the years. And it's funny that the dates in which these people are being killed, or the dates in which these people died, they weren't being killed, they just died. The dates in which these people died kind of go hand in hand with elections. But I'll just leave that there. Really quickly, I'm going to get to these callers. Oh, you hung up, baby. Good rising, caller. You're live.
Morning, good morning.
Hey, my love.
How are you today?
I'm super fantastic.
Okay, I'm tuning in late, but I heard the last 3 callers. So, I guess we put out some dates, and 52 people that were politically connected have died and were so-called friends or associates connected to Hillary. Is that what I...
Yes, sir. 12 of them were bodyguards, and the other 42 were individuals throughout the years.
Okay. This is all I'm saying, right? The movies that we watch, when we see this happening in the movies, this is real stuff. This stuff been happening. It's just now, the day and age we live in, where we have so much information available to us, now we can actually see it, because there has to be some type of documentation. You can't, bodies don't, if a body is left somewhere to be discovered, there's documentation of that body. So unless people are just going straight missing, and even that, there's a paper trail. So this has been going on in our politics. I just want to say this. The man was right. We can't bash people. We only put out the information. But if he thinks that not putting out the information, because more or less I felt he wants to say, you shouldn't be putting this information out here. But no, he didn't. But that's what I felt that he really wanted to say. The bottom line is this. We have a poor choice of candidates to choose from. The pool is either you go to the left or you go to the right. We don't have an in-between. We don't have an equal medium. So, if people think that Hillary's an evil person and I'm not going to vote for her, you better think about the other way around. Is Donald Trump a better choice? Hell no, he is not. So, you better get up and go vote, because believe you me, those people are going to go vote regardless of what is being said about him. So, if you don't like those people, believe you me, they're going to still go vote for Donald. They're not going to just be like, I like Donald, I don't like Hillary, but I'm not going to go vote for Donald. Hell no. If you think that's going to happen, y'all got to wake up. Those people are going out to vote for Donald, regardless. And if you don't like Donald, you better go vote for Hillary, regardless if you like her or not. I'm going to show up on the map.
And with that being said, I love and appreciate you. Don't necessarily agree with you. Well, I don't agree with you at all. But that's the beauty of living in a democracy. You don't have to agree. And you don't have to vote for who people tell you to vote for. Vote for who makes you comfortable. Vote for who you feel secure with. Vote for who you wish. I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. I want to make sure that you guys know who our sponsors are. Shout out to MedWell Health and Wellness Centers, 820 Pearl Street, Brockton, Massachusetts, 774-517-5195. 774-517-5195. That's 820 Pearl Street in Brockton, Massachusetts. Get your medical marijuana card. Tell them Tayla Andre sent you, and you'll get $25 off your card. in your evaluation. Secondly, don't forget our Faves Naturals Beauty. Get you some Pum Pum Wash, get you some conditioner, some shampoo, some body scrub. Your skin is the largest organ in your body. It takes 6 seconds. Thank you, Faith, for that information. It takes 6 seconds for your body to absorb whatever you put on your skin. And if you can't read what's on the back of your label, you don't need to be putting it on your skin, which is going to, in turn, go inside of your body. Faiths with an S, Naturals with an S, beauty.com. You can also purchase her stuff at Top Notch, located in Randolph, as well as Body Essentials, Herb Essentials, located on Blue Hill Ave. I also want to give a huge shout out to Raw Natural and Health Healing Education Center, 1349 Blue Hill Avenue in Mattapan. That's Dr. Asikasa. You can call her at 617-696-5505. Go get your colon cleanse. Get your chakras aligned. Go ahead and find out what your aura looks like. She has everything that you need. If you have any sickness, any ailments, anything that you want to work on as far as health and wellness, Dr. Asikasa is the doctor that you need to check in with. Also, do not forget our ZC Boston sponsor, some of the best sushi on earth. Takwa went there yesterday and got him a teriyaki salmon bento box, $10 for the bento box. It fills up your whole belly. I don't care how big of a man you are. You will be full. The food is good. It's the only place where I eat Chinese food because I am guaranteed chicken and not rats. I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you guys have an amazing day today. Big City, please stand up. We will be back. Tomorrow is Freaky Friday. You know what it is. I love you. Mwah. I appreciate you. Mwah. You don't have to agree with anything that I say, but I promise to always keep you informed.
That's right, baby. You know what it is? It's DJ Sus One, the feature presentation. Listen, make sure you wake up with Tayla Andre Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 a.m. on Big City 101.3 FM. Wake up with the Radio Rebel. Politics, news, conspiracies. Wake up your third eye with unorthodox conversations leading to universal consciousness. This is the type of stuff I'm into, all right? Make sure you tune in. Let's go. Big City 101.3 FM.
I hope you guys had an amazing time today. I knew I was going to piss people off. I'm okay with pissing people off. I'm not here for you to like me. I'm not here for you to love me. I'm not here to do anything more but to educate you on what's going on. So you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to do any of that. But what you will do, what you won't do is call me acting crazy, calling me names. That won't happen. We got a baby on the line, though. Good rising, my love. My love.
Hey, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm never going to say something about me. I'm going to get on and see that farewell.
Say that last part again. I couldn't exactly hear you. Baby? My love? I hope you guys have an amazing day. Tomorrow's Freaky Friday is going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be fun. We're talking about when's the first time you watched porn and like what kind of porn were you watching. We're going to talk about those little A and B channels that we all used to watch when we were young. 617-282-0062. We're going to talk about porn tomorrow. How old were you when you watched porn, and do you still watch porn now? Good rising, my love.
Jersey.
Hey, how are you?
No, that was me. I was on the whole time at the end thinking I was about to get on and all that there.
Well, you're still on. We're still live on YouTube, so people are still listening.
Huh?
People are still listening. We're still live on YouTube right now.
Oh, shoot. Well, good morning to you.
Good rising, my love. How you feeling?
Well, what I was really trying to say was just that, I heard the last call, the guy that didn't sound like, but just wanted to say that you're doing, a hell of a job, like you said, getting the information out there for one, and, keep doing what you're doing the way you're doing it.
I ask you to do me a favor and look up John Fitzgerald Johnson? He's a black man. Look him up. If you like him, he's going to be on air. We're going to talk to him about what he believes. And I would love for you to let me know what you think about him, whether you like him, whether you hate him, whether you love him, whatever you feel. I would just like your opinion. His name is John Fitzgerald Johnson. Yes.
Okay. John Fitzgerald Johnson. Got it.
Okay.
I will let you know.
Thank you, baby.
Absolutely.
All right, peace.
Hey.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Is there anybody still online? You guys don't have to be here. The show's over. I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing day today. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to like what I say. You don't even have to like me. But please continue the conversation with your friends, your family, with your coworkers, with your neighbors, and just enlighten them a little bit. Did you know that 52 people from Hillary's associateship have died, including 12 of her bodyguards? See how people feel about that.